a crime been committed, and we have three suspects. Suspect number one, it is walking on an eggshell with three shades. Suspect number two, the same name but with four shades, and the last one comes with 5 shades. In this video, I'm gonna go through the differences and similarities of walking on an eggshell. So if you're curious, then keep on watching. Wet n Wild, it's a drugstore brand, which obviously it's available in many stores. One of their most recognizable and strong products are their eyeshadows. So they used to come in black package, but recently they're updated and now they come in white one, and also the shape of the pan is different. But besides the palettes, they also come up with a mascara, or should say the new mascara, and they reformulated and upgrade their, which used to be trios, now it's a 5-pan eyeshadow palette. The original Walking on Eggshell eyeshadow palette has 3 colors and has embossed where you should apply it. So let's say brow bone, crease and lid. And just to be a little bit more helpful, they also add instructions in case if you're not familiar or you still experiment and need some help applying the shades. So you have 3 shades, each of them is different, but because they're more like a dummy proof and universal, this product has a cult status, and when you touch them, they're really soft and the pigment, or I should say the color, attaches right away. And let me just put them up here. I don't have no primer, no nothing, and you can see for yourself the pigmentation is quite good. And when they come up at the drugstores, there was not too many eyeshadows with such a punch, plus you couldn't really beat the price. This is the 3-color, or should say 3-pan eyeshadow palette. Few years later they upgraded, so instead of 3, now it has 4 colors. I already did a video when I was comparing those two, so I can easily link it up. If you want more information, or should say in-depth review about this little quart, my fellow YouTuber, her name is Sue, she did wonderful overview when she goes really in depth. So in case if you want more information, or if you like tutorials and get some knowledge, you know what, visit Sue. I'm gonna link her channel in the eye and below, and if something, just tell her hello from me. But going back to the palette, if you look at them from far, they look the same, but the shades, the color of the shades are a little bit smidge different, and they also include the transition color. But let me swatch the shades next to the other 3, and let's see how I can do it. Alright, so that's this one. We got the lighten shade, then we have the brown, and where is the transition? And here we go. And here's on this side I have the original Wet n Wild. On the other one I have the the quart. I'm gonna move over to the newest version of the Walking on Eggshell. That's their original package, comes with 3 shades. The new one has 5, and also like this is black, this is white, and yes, they make it more chic and stylish. You can easily put, let's say, in your cosmetic bag or somewhere else. And as much as it is eye-catching, this reminds me of, where you at? Here we go, the e.l.f. Bite eyeshadow palettes. Now this is something else, but their small eyeshadow palettes, their small eyeshadows comes in a similar package. No, they're not exactly the same, but when their eyeshadows were coming in black, not container, black package, it was easy to distinguish them from other brands. But right now, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder. But when you open it, okay, so from far, yes, you have the little logo on the back, what is it, and the ingredients. So when you open it, it's gonna go up, and then you have 5 shades, and let me show them to you a little bit closer. And the difference between the newest addition to the palette is the dark shade, which is smart because you can easily use it as a liner and to deepen up in your crease or create a more smoky look. But without further ado, let me apply those shades on my hand. So I'm gonna remove those 3 and then put this one next to it. A small backtrack, those shades were almost buttery when you touch them and apply it. The quart has more powdery formula, and let's check out those ones. So we have 4. To make it easier, those are the 4 shades from the previous version. So yes, they're almost the same, except you have the really dark shade. The way how I'm gonna try to apply it. So we have the light shade, which is, you can feel the powder formula, but it's not as bad that you're gonna have a lot of fallout. We go for the second shade. Okay, quite nice. Then we have this one. And so far, 2 shades left, so it's gonna be this and then this one. So we're gonna go for this and then this. All right, so those are the shades between the 4 and 5 pan eyeshadow palette. So if I can put them next to each other, so that's how they look. No, I took the wrong one. Here you go. So when I put them next to each other, that's the way how they look. So this is the 4 shades, and those are the 5 shades. When you look at the shades, you can easily distinguish the differences and similarities. Those are 2 palettes next to each other. Even though they have the same name, not all of the shades are the same. Why? Because, okay, the dark eyeshadow, obviously you cannot compare to anything else. This shade, it's darker than the previous one. The lid one stays the same. The transition, it's lightened. And then the, let's call it brow highlight. In the new version, it's more yellowish than in the older one. It's pinkish, but it's still pearly, so it's gonna shine. Either way, at least you can see the swatches of it. Since I share with the palette and the swatches, right now I'm gonna insert a footage of me putting those shades on my lids, but let me just double check the smoothness of it. So when you touch it, yes, there are kind of, okay, your fingers going smooth. No, there is no fallouts, and I didn't have any when I was applying underneath. At least that's a plus. In here I have 5 shades, so let's see what kind of a look I can achieve with them. And let's start with the dark shade, which I'm gonna apply into my crease. So in that case, later on it's gonna be easier to blend with another shade. By the way, even though it's a dark shade, I don't see any pigmentation, not pigmentation, any fallout. I'm gonna apply this light shade underneath my brows. It gives a nice wash of color and also highlights the space underneath your brow. Okay, so that's kind of nice. So I have 2 shades. What can I do? So I already implement those 2 shades. I think I'm gonna do something with the other 2. I'm gonna apply this shade on my lid. Okay. That's kind of pretty. And maybe I'm gonna put a little bit of the darker shade in the corner and then are there underneath my eye. So let me grab another brush. So here we go. Yeah, let's just go underneath. With a clean brush, I'm gonna blend it a little bit. So in that case, you're not gonna see the edges, or I should say the way how one shade goes into the other. But let me also go back to our crease shade and bring it back a little bit. It's up to you how much of an eyeshadow you want to apply. As you see at the beginning, the look was very natural, but the more shades I'm gonna put it, obviously it's gonna be more darker. At this point, the eyeshadows are done. I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. This is a complete look using the Walking on Eggshell palette, which comes with 5 shades. And because there's 5 shades, you can create more than one eye look. Now, you do getting variety of shades, and also you can build it up the intensity of the color which you want. What I mean by it, yes, this it's a, let's call it a medium look, but also I can go really light or really dark, and I don't have any primer. With the primer, the colors will pop up even more. A few dollars? No, it's not a bad combination. However, if you did enjoy the, not creaminess, the softness and the punch of the color from the original Walking on an Eggshell, no, you're not gonna get it here. However, I will say this is more mistake proof, and it's directed toward bigger audience. So that could be one of the reasons why they decide to upgrade the shades. If you see this palette, it is worth a try if you don't have in your collection. But if you already have the old one, you know what, just use it up and then think if you want to repurchase a new one. Anyway, hopefully this video was helpful and I see you next time.